Hi, I'm Paul from pdhsports, leading online racket specialist, and today I've managed to get my hands on 3 of the new head graphene Cyano XT rackets. So there's 3 different weights. You've got the 135, 120 and 110. So they're all a similar, so they've got the same head size, 500 square centimetre head size, same stringing pattern, but they all have slightly different balance points. So the idea behind the Graphene XT is it's supposed to be sort of a wonder material that's very strong, and they're able to take out parts of the weight in certain parts of the racket to give it a better balance, so it can give you a lighter feeling racket overall, but without sacrificing any of the power and control that you might need through the racket. So if we look at the first one, so we've got the 135 model. So this comes with a headlight balance. You've got the 120, which has the head heavy balance, and also the 110 that has a head heavy balance. So we'll take them on court, give them a try, and see how they play. Right, so having just tried these for power, so really sort of getting a good solid hit behind the ball, you can tell there's quite a difference between the balance and the way they play. So for me, surprisingly, the lighter one actually I was able to generate the most power from. So even though it's the lightest, because of the balance, it doesn't necessarily, you don't sort of feel, oh, I'm using a really light racket, I'm not going to control it. It's got a head heavy balance, but I was definitely generating more power from this one. It was very close second on the power, and the sort of the ease of being able to hit the ball was the 135. So and then I was not able to generate anywhere near as much power as with the 120, so the balance, I believe, the balance was what affected me. It seemed to be, I was getting a much more deader feel off the racket than I was with these two. So, yes, so certainly from the power, and it would be these 2 rackets. Right, so I'm going to take it on court now, try and get a feeling for the control side of it. So I'm going to take us through some drop shots and see how it performs there. Right, so I've just come back now, having taken these on the court for you know, my control shots, my drop shots, and it threw up some slightly different feelings to what I got on the power. So the 110, where I felt I was getting the most power, I probably felt I had the least control on my drop shots. The 120 and the 135, the balance made it, the balance of the racket, I felt it just made it a little bit easier. I felt like I got more control and more feel on my drop shots. So, you know, maybe, like, I mean, the beauty of the head rackets is basically, I do think they are easy to use. So if you picked any of these rackets, you probably wouldn't be going too far wrong. If you've not used a 110 racket, but you want to go lighter, then that's maybe a good option, because it's not so super light feeling that you can't control it. However, I possibly would not necessarily put this towards a beginner, just because of the fact that it is powerful and I found it a little bit harder to control on my short shots. So a more experienced player would probably be better with that one. This one, again, these two, you could probably put anybody on them from a beginner to advanced. In order of how I like the rackets, I would probably choose this one first because it felt like the most complete racket. Closely followed by the 110. I would possibly get used to the balance so I could control it better on my short shots, and then finally the 120. But you've got three fantastic options there, all utilising the latest technology. They're now available at pdhsports. It's the head Cyano Graphene XT squash rackets.